G'day everyone and welcome back. My name is Dael and today we're taking our love for caramel to new heights with a delicious slice that I've made for years. It's incredibly moreish and one that never lasts long because once you take a bite, you will want more. I first created this in a remote outback kitchen while searching a very limited dry store. It started as a plain biscuit base, a condensed milk caramel middle layer, and lastly, a microwaved marshmallow topper. Desiccated coconut was then used to stop the cut pieces sticking together. The recipe was requested so often that I looked into ways to elevate and improve the recipe, leaving me with something that's just phenomenally delicious. There are 3 layers to this slice. The first layer is a coconut soft biscuit, followed by a set rich caramel, and finished with a fluffy soft textured marshmallow with toasted coconut. Starting with the first layer, we combine in a large bowl plain flour, self-raising flour, desiccated coconut, and sugar. Next, add melted butter and a lightly beaten egg. Cool down the melted butter before adding the egg so that you don't end up with a scrambled egg tasting mess. Or place the egg and butter on opposite sides of the bowl before mixing. Mix until well combined and then press into a deep slice tray. I like to use a 20 by 20 with a base that pops out. Now you'll notice that I have lined with baking paper with excess overlapping the edges. This is for easy removal once the slice is complete and cooled. You can lightly oil or wet the tin before lining with baking paper, as this will largely stop the paper from moving, but it also keeps the mix more uniform against the tin. Place the tin containing the coconut base into the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for approximately 15 minutes. Meanwhile, spread the remaining desiccated coconut evenly onto a tray ready for toasting. We will toast this off using the remaining heat once the caramel has been cooked and the oven turned off. Check if the coconut base is cooked. You will notice golden colorations around the edges and a slightly firm middle. Remove from heat and allow to rest while making the caramel layer. Now for the caramel. Separate 3 eggs into 2 bowls, making sure that the bowl containing the egg whites is very clean with no grease or oil. The yolks can go directly into a medium-sized bowl to save effort on cleaning up. You can wipe the egg white bowl with vinegar to confirm that it is free from impurities that might affect the egg white fluffing up later into firm peaks. Grab 2 cans of condensed milk caramel that we made in a previous video, I'll insert the link, and place into the bowl with the egg yolks. Feel free to sneak a cheeky spoonful of caramel for taste testing purposes. thoroughly mix with a whisk. Once combined, pour on top of the biscuit base and place back into the oven for 30 to 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Now, depending on your preference, you can leave the caramel layer with a jiggle in the middle, but I like this caramel cooked a little bit longer for a more intense flavor, but also the edges become crispy, and that is by far the best bits. Once set, place into the refrigerator until cool and start getting ready for the marshmallow layer. Don't forget to place the coconut tray into the now off oven to toast with the remaining heat. With the marshmallow layer, you have two options. Option 1, quick and easy. By microwaving store-bought marshmallows placed into a microwave-safe bowl. You heat in bursts and you watch it carefully. Once the marshmallows start to expand, you very lightly spread the mixture over the cooled caramel slice and sprinkled toasted coconut on top. This mix can be very sticky and has a slightly chewy texture. Option 2, that we'll be making, is soft and airy with a slightly less sugary taste. Perfect for this treat. Place the sugar, water and corn syrup in a medium-sized pot. Now, although copper pots and heavy base pots are best for sugar work, you can use any pot you may own, but having a pot with a spout will make the next stage easier. Combine the sugar mix carefully, as you don't want sugar crystals up the inner walls of the pot, as this can lead the mixture to crystallize later and cause a grainy mouthfeel. Insert a candy thermometer into the pot and heat over medium-high heat. Meanwhile, set up a stand mixer, although a portable one may be used. Wipe the bowl with vinegar to remove any grease. Place your egg whites and cream of tartar into the bowl. When the temp of the sugar mix reaches approximately 107 degrees Celsius, start to beat the egg whites at medium speed until soft peaks start to form. For soft peaks, the whites start to foam and eventually turn white and cloud-like. You'll know you've made it to soft peak stage when you lift out the beaters and the tip of the whites curl, which is approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Once the sugar mix has reached 116 degrees Celsius, take off the heat. We will now start to slowly incorporate this into our soft peak whites while beating at medium speed. Try to trickle the sugar syrup into the whites between the bowl and the whisk attachment in a slow but steady stream. Too close to the beater and the syrup will flick out as seen here, leaving behind clumps of sugar syrup. But honestly, missing the sweet spot a few times will not ruin this dish. You can, if needed, use a spatula to scrape down the sides. Once all the syrup has been incorporated, set the mixer to high and continue whipping for about 8 minutes. Scrape edges again and add vanilla. Return to high speed and continue to whip until room temp, or slightly warm to touch. This amazing fluff is not only incredibly tasty, but also room temperature stable, and it lasts up to 2 weeks in an airtight container. If the fluff deflates, you can always re-whip it. Spread or pipe the marshmallow fluff onto the cooled caramel slice. You can add an element to the finished slice by toasting the marshmallow, but unfortunately the torch I had was woefully underpowered and I've since replaced it. Finish the treat with toasted coconut and remove from the tin and cut. Now, warming a chef's knife with hot water bath, drying and then cutting can actually help create clean cuts for better presentation. So there we have it, an incredibly delicious treat that will have people coming back for more. I'm Dael from Cooking with Dael, and I'll see you in the next one.